Welcome to Bible Boss, the home of the boldest Bible quizzes online. Today, you're diving into our quiz series. Be warned, the quiz starts easy, but don't get too comfortable. It gets harder as you go. Only the faithful and focused will finish strong. Don't forget to subscribe and comment your score. Which prophet saw a vision of a valley filled with dry bones that came to life? Ezekiel. Who was the left-handed judge who killed King Eglon of Moab with a sword? Ehud. What was the name of Hannah's son whom she dedicated to the Lord? Samuel. In the book of Daniel, who was thrown into the fiery furnace with Shadrach and Meshach? Abednego. Which Old Testament king had a bed made of iron? Og, king of Bashan. Who cut Samson's hair, leading to his capture? Delilah. Which prophet confronted King Ahab after the vineyard of Naboth was stolen? Elijah. What item was placed inside the Ark of the Covenant along with the tablets of the law? Aaron's rod that budded. Who was the Babylonian king that saw the writing on the wall? Belshazzar. In the book of Jonah, how many days did Nineveh have to repent after Jonah's warning? "40 days. Which woman was turned into a pillar of salt for looking back at Sodom? Lot's wife. Which prophet married a woman named Gomer as a sign from God? Hosea. Which Old Testament book does not mention the name of God directly? Esther. What food did God provide to Elijah when he fled into the wilderness? Bread and water. Who had a vision of a great statue with a head of gold, chest of silver, and feet of clay? Daniel. What city's walls fell after the Israelites marched around them for 7 days? Jericho. Which prophet saw a vision of a flying scroll? Zechariah. Which prophet saw a vision of a flying scroll? Samuel. Which Old Testament figure said, "Shall we accept good from God, and not trouble?" Job. Who interpreted Pharaoh's dreams of 7 fat cows and 7 lean cows? Joseph. What did God rain down from heaven to feed the Israelites in the wilderness? Manna. Which prophet was taken up to heaven in a whirlwind? Elijah. Who dreamed of a ladder reaching from earth to heaven with angels ascending and descending? Jacob. What were the names of Naomi's 2 sons? Mahlon and Chilion. Who struck down Goliath with a sling and a stone? David. Who was the prophet that saw a vision of God's throne surrounded by seraphim crying, "Holy, holy, holy"? Isaiah. What bird did Noah send out from the ark that never returned? Raven. Which king of Judah was only 8 years old when he began to reign? Josiah. Who built an altar on Mount Carmel and prayed for fire from heaven to consume the sacrifice? Elijah. What Old Testament book contains the line, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under heaven"? Ecclesiastes.